Day to all the mothers watching. And I want to say hello to everybody in general, by the way, because today is the day we're celebrating Mother's Day, but always it's still a celebration for you every single day. I don't want you to ever forget that because every single thing you do, whether big or small, it deserves a celebration. So, guys, give yourselves a hand and thank you guys for joining me. And we can start off right off the bat with some hearts. I would really, really love that. And I've been having such an amazing Mother's Day. Started out with a couple of cash apps. You can never go wrong when you give me cash, by the way. So my kids, they start off with gifts. I had a wonderful breakfast, a wonderful lunch, and then I came home and I sat back, enjoyed me some green tea with ginger and honey, and it was so delicious, guys. I made it myself. Not that that takes a big chef or nothing like that, but the tea was great, and I turned on me some Lifetime movie network. I love me some Lifetime on a Sunday. I've always loved that ever since my kids were young. It was there something that you can recall you love to do on Sundays, right before the work week started that really just relaxed you because my thing was Lifetime. I'd be the washing the laundry, making sure everything was clean for the next day because we kind of had a lot of fun over the weekend, forgot to do laundry most of the time. And I hated having to scrape clothes together on a Monday. So I always get the clothes cleaned up, fold them, lay them out for everybody. And yeah, my kids were a little spoiled, not a lot, but yeah, I would lay everybody's things out for the week. Yeah, and that was a great time in my life. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. I see. Let me get some shout out to the people who, and again, I need y'all to hit that thumbs up. I need you all to hit those hearts for me. I see those hearts, guys, and I surely appreciate it. I always say that I can't give hearts back. I can't. Not the way you all give them, but I can give you all some this way. So you hit those hearts, I'll pump my hands like this to give them back to you to show you that I appreciate you and that I love you guys. I really do. So we got to talk about some things today. Let me get my little paper out. I was gonna put on some music, and I still might. The day is young. The night is young, should I say? So yeah, I got a couple of things we're gonna talk about. Things kids today will never experience. And I don't want to say never. I think that things come back around. Remember how many of y'all remember the lemon head? I've seen that since a kid. I've seen it back being, played with by children, and I've seen it being sold, on television, even on Amazon. So I hate to say things kids today will never experience because they will. Creation just they tweak it here, they tweak it there, but they'll probably end up doing a lot of things that we did in different ways. Let's see who we got here today. I want to slow down and do that. I want to give a shout out to here, Latia. And Latia says hello to everybody. Then we have Glenn. Hello, Glenn. How are you? He says hello to me. Thank you, Glenn, for that personal hello. Then we have Hollister 3344. He says good afternoon. And he also says happy Mother's Day. And I'm sure he's saying that to each and every one of us in the room today. But yeah, we're gonna have a blast today. If you're right now watching, don't go. Stick around because you guys are gonna be laughing, smiling. Your hearts are gonna just fill with love, just remembering the good old days. So you better stick around. I'm gonna keep reading some of these comments. And if you're here again, hit that thumbs up. Y'all, I see a lot of people in this room today. Don't you hurt me like that. Don't hurt my feelings, y'all. Just hit that thumbs up because you know what? Like I told y'all, I'll give y'all some love back. Just hit that for me because I need those hearts to let other people know to come into this room, come into this live. Because you know what? This is a spot for healing. This is a spot for growth. This is a spot that creates happy moments and it's just full of love. If I had to wrap it all up, I would say this is a spot for love. And we do not judge here. If someone enters in this room and they insult me in any way, I want you all to just pray for them. No negative words. I will not block them. I've told you all that from the beginning. This is a spot for love. And if people are healing, then who else would say something negative but people who are broken? Does that make sense? So, we have any broken people in the room who want to kick skateboards through my teeth like they did a couple of weeks ago? Who want to tell me I look like an abused child or something, that healed, I'm all for it. Get whatever you need out on this particular live because this is where we come to heal. This some of us we have to vent because that's what brokenness looks like. So it's okay. We won't get mad and we will never judge. Okay, guys. Now I need to plug my phone up and also, we're not going to be on here long. What did I just do? I think I just turned out a light. Let me get it back on, guys. Hold on. I got so much going on in here. There you go. There's the light back. And I'm trying to plug my phone up, is what I'm trying to do once I find my cord, because I always do so much so much recording. You know, with the podcast, you guys who are not familiar, it's the Win Win with Gwen podcast here on YouTube. Catch every episode every Friday at 6:15, like clockwork. I never miss an episode. I'm on, I think, probably episode number 63. I've been doing it probably like a year and a half now, and I just love giving you guys information. So yeah, check out that podcast, Win Win with Gwen today. Let's see. Glenn says he watches Lifetime, and Hollister says he wasn't spoiled. And guys, I'm gonna give y'all a little information. Hollister was spoiled. He was spoiled, but he was an amazing child. Matter of fact, Hollister is my son, by the way, guys. But Justin, you were a little spoiled. You remember the days where you would get out of the tub and you would say, "Mom, mom, mom, I need my towel heated up." It's moments like that, Justin, that would consider you to be spoiled because you would not stop calling my name until I brought you those towels. So I mean, y'all. It's a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm not gonna embarrass little Pookie. Now he's gonna get mad at me calling him Pookie, but I'm not gonna embarrass him any more than that tonight. So yeah, let's see what else we have. We have I was not spoiled. That's what he said. Yeah, you were. When you get time, Scarlett and Wolfie said, "Hi, Scarlett. Hi, Wolfie." Those are my grandkids. Nana, love you guys. Mwah. I love you, Wolfie, 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 and Scowy Bowie. I love you guys. Okay, let me get back serious if that's even possible. Let's see here. I just feel so happy when I'm on here with you guys. We got Latia, she said thank you. And then we have Silvery. And I'm gonna hope I'm pronouncing that because it's a T at the end of that. So let's see, Silverit 5. Happy Mother's Day to you. And I apologize if I pronounced your name incorrectly. And let's see else we have. Okay, so I think I'm caught up on that. And Justin said, wow, telling my business. Justin, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, not sorry, son. Sorry, not sorry. I can't even lie about it. I enjoy telling those things on you. Is that bad? That's the kid in me. That's the kid in me. I think we all have a little kid in us. Am I right? If you have a kid in you and you know you're older now, you maybe your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you heck, you might even be on here being over 100. And that's a blessing for many of us. So if you're on here and you have kid in you, you can feel the child that still resides in you, that happiness, that playful person. Type I'm a kid in the comments. I want to see who can still relate to being a kid, guys. So the first thing we're going to get started on, I'm so excited. We're going to talk about things we did as kids. And I'm going to mention some things in our comments. They lag. So I'm going to be stopping occasionally and seeing what you guys write. So if you want to type something in the comments, type it. And I'm going to try to hear all you guys. The first thing I want to try and see if you guys remember is Blockbuster, renting movies from Blockbuster. You guys remember renting those movies? Oh my God. I remember I was an adult, by the way. My kids were young, and we would always go and get the DVDs and the VHS tapes. Remember those VHS tapes? And we loved to get horror movies. And again, I like the little romance movies, but we had a blast with that. Do you guys remember that? And how about, oh God, now I say we're going to reminisce of some good things, but it was good when the dial-up internet came. You remember? It was good, but sometimes it was extra slow, and you would hear that little noise. I forget how to make that noise, but do you guys remember that? And waiting all week for your favorite TV show. I remember waiting for Martin. You guys remember Martin? Remember that? Okay, so you know I can't sing, but I don't care about being embarrassed because I just want to be me, be happy, and I'm okay. I meet myself where I am. I love myself for who I am, and I express myself when I want to feel joy, when I want to dance, and I can't dance on rhythm, but that doesn't stop me, and neither should it stop you because life is too short to worry about what someone else is going to think about your happiness, your dreams, your goals, your appearance. You know, throw all that judgment out the window. The only person responsible for controlling the judgment that hits your heart is you. If someone says something to you that's negative, I want you to be so strong and so powerful that you believe in yourself, and you don't have to worry about what other people think about you. And I was at a spot one time where I was doing lives, and I would not come back on live for nothing in the world because that was something that I had to grow my belief in. So Yes, there are certain areas you'll have to grow belief in. You may be strong in so many areas, but then there's that one thing that you have to grow in, or that new thing that now you have to get accustomed to so that you can grow and be strong and do those things. And that's what it was for me. And I remember coming on live, and I remember a guy told me, "Oh, your nose is so fat." Just all of these things, and I was speaking about God, and people start, wanting to go up against me and my beliefs. And like I said, it's no judgment here. So that kind of made me steer away, along with some other things, but I got it together, guys. I got it together, and that's what belief is about. Last week, we talked about belief, expectations, affirmations, tenacity. And I told y'all that I had a book on Amazon. You guys got to get that book. Who on here got the book Get Beat to Get Better from Amazon by Gwendolyn Shores? If you got that book, say got the book. I want to see who got that book. And if you haven't got the book, I want to see who says I'm getting it. You guys have got to get that book, Get Beat to Get Better. If somebody would please post that title and where they can find it on Amazon in the remarks. I would love that. And I want to see what we are saying for a minute. Let's see here. Okay, Cooper. Okay, I'm a kid. Okay, okay, okay. Cooper says I'm a kid. Here Latia says yes, and those who have spoken up, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. And so let's see what else we're talking about here, guys. And don't forget to hit those hearts and hit those thumbs up. Now, I see more people in this room than I see thumbs up. It doesn't take but a minute to hit that thumbs up, because if I was on the other side of this and you needed a thumb up to show me how good you were doing, or to congratulate me, or to just say, hey, I appreciate what you're doing. Because again, I really love when people say I do a good job, but I always tell you all, their congratulations is extra. So yes, yours will be extra. And I don't mean to sound cocky, but I pat myself on the back, and yours is extra. And I appreciate that. And me saying it that way doesn't mean that I don't want to see it. So if you guys could please hit that thumb up, let me know that you appreciate that I'm here today. Let me know that you like what we're talking about today. It would feel so great to me, guys. So let's see here. I want to talk about calling the house phone. Now I remember when I was younger, I would have people call my house, and I wasn't supposed to get calls after 7 o'clock. So sometimes I would tell them to ring the phone one time, and if the phone rings one time, hang up, and then I'm gonna call you back because I know it's for me. And I played that trick for so long, and my mother and father, they never called me out on it. They would just come to the kitchen, be like, "Somebody keeps calling this house, hanging up," and the whole time I knew it was for me. And I had siblings, so I don't think my mom and dad could pinpoint who it was. But I played that trick till the end, honey. I would just have that one call. Y'all ever did that before? Yes, we did. And oh, we used to play phone pranks too. How about the one where you dial somebody's number up and you go hello, and they go hello, and you say yes. We were just wondering, oh God, I'm gonna mess this up. You guys gonna know what it is. But is your refrigerator running or something like that? You remember that little joke? If you, I cannot remember how that one went, but I know we would say hello. I guess this is the I forgot. But anyway, it was the funniest thing ever, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, Latia said get the book. Um Muslimic Karada said, "Oh my God." Okay, is this the eighth wonder of the world that I'm seeing? Wait a minute, because I think my head is about to blow up. Let me hold it down. Now I tell you what, that was a really good compliment. I like that. Thank you so much for that. That made me smile. I had to hold my head down because it was getting big from that. But let's see right here. Oh, guys, remember MapQuest? Remember MapQuest where you wanted to go somewhere? Life has changed so much because now we have the GPSs. But I remember MapQuest. I would have to find a printer. So finally, I bought a printer, or I would print it out at work so I could have instructions on how to get where I needed to go. And yeah, MapQuest was everything. Do y'all remember MapQuest? Let's see. Is your refrigerator running? Yes. Well, you better go catch. Okay. Maybe I'm laughing too hard, but yeah, that's right. We played that trick on so many people. And then guess what happened? Y'all gonna remember this. They learned how to use *69. Boy, I didn't know nothing about *69. And they called my parents' house back. And I remember my mama. My mama was so mad at me. She said, Gwen, you've been calling people's phones, playing jokes on practical jokes is what she called it, practical jokes. I said, no. She says, you a darn lie. But she said some other words, but I'm going to be nice tonight, okay? She says, you a lie, you know? If you know what I'm trying to say. And she said, get in that room and don't come back out that room and give me that phone. She took my phone out my room and oh God, I was so sad. So yeah, star 69 and then it was star 67. I forgot what star 67 did. If you can remember what star 67 did, type it in the comments. So there was star 69 and it was star 67. Y'all remember that? Here, Latia says she does remember that. I hope I'm not going too far back for you guys, but yeah, let's think of something else. Okay, and then we had, ooh, remember when we used to burn CDs? Remember that? Oh, I had some good songs on my CD. I really love me some Whitney Houston. Ooh, Michael Jackson. Who was y'all favorite artist back then when you were about probably 16, 17? Who did you really like? Mm. I'm almost out of water. How do you start a life with very little water? That's because I drink water so much. My glass stays empty. So I've got to get some more water in a minute, guys. But let's see here. We got sorry, Hollister. 67 shows the last number of the call. Okay, yeah, star 67. So what was 69? Oh, that's the last call. But 69, I think it would tell you who called. Anyway, they got either way it go, I was in trouble back then. And then we came out with the disposable cameras. Remember, you take the pictures and then you would take them straight to the CVS, Rite Aid, Walmart, Kmart. And do y'all remember Kmart, by the way? May Kmart rest in peace, honey. That was my Target. So I love Target now, but Kmart used to be Target for us back then. And I love me some Kmart. Y'all remember Kmart? I sure miss Kmart. I remember it would be Christmas time, and I learned this from my mom. I would, be living paycheck to paycheck as a single mom. Oh God, happy Mother's Day, mom. Happy Mother's Day. Y'all take a minute and just think about something special about your moms right now. Think about something special. Was it their cooking? Was it their perfume? Was it the way they told you sit your little butt down? What is it that you could think about that makes you just smile about your mom? If you all can share that with me, just one word, because you can't text much on here. Just say one word like cleaning the house, which that's two. Or if you got to say two or three, that's fine. But just let me know something special about your moms. Thank you guys for those hearts. Thank you all so much. And don't forget to hit those thumbs, guys. So let's keep going, y'all. Now we're going to get ready to talk about some music. Oh, I love music. So I remember my daughter. I won't put that on you, Justin. The Backstreet Boys. Who did y'all love back then? I remember Brandy and Monica, the boy is mine. And yeah, the Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. Remember that? That was a pretty cool one too. How humble she was. Oh, that's so sweet. Justin always wants to know if he's my favorite. And guess what, Justin? I'm still not gonna say that. My kids love to say, Mom, who's your favorite? Mom, who's your favorite? I go, oh, nobody's my favorite. I love you guys in different ways for different reasons and unconditionally. Like unconditionally. I love you, Justin. And if any of my other kids are listening right now, I love you guys too. And the next time you guys see your moms, if you can, tell them you love them. And if you can't see your mothers anyway, prayer works. You'd be surprised. Or maybe not, because a lot of us understand the power of prayer. But if you just don't know, trust me, say hello, okay? Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then we have bye 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 bye. What was that? In sync. Y'all remember in sync? It's just let people know that I was on live. I appreciate that, and that's good for y'all that are here. If you want to share this with someone, text your family, your friends, and tell them, "Hey, Coach Gwendolyn is on live right now on YouTube, and she's created a safe space for growth, for happiness, for love, for overcoming obstacles." A lot of people aren't doing that right now. And I don't have nothing to do, nothing against partiers, drinkers, smokers, honey. Meet yourself where you are. Wherever you are, I love you unconditionally. But it is also nice to sometimes to pull back away from all of that, to come to a place where you can smile, where you can relax. where you can be yourself, where you can hear positive voices, not just from Coach Gwendolyn and myself, but from the people here. You guys are a family and you guys are showing up every day, getting to know one another. And I love what we're building here. Oh gosh, I love what we're building here. Okay, let me get back to it because I was gonna sit here and just think about y'all all day long because I love you guys. Let's see. I don't want. Okay, barbecue queen. Okay, your mama was a barbecue queen, and Justin got some chicken legs up. I guess he's saying I cook chicken, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When those kids were growing up, I cooked so much chicken. Oh my God, I wasn't creative at all. Justin, I almost want to apologize to you because I know you, but no, Justin loved chicken, but he said he don't. Or maybe I forced him to like it. Oh no. I used to have baked chicken, boiled chicken, barbecue chicken, uh, chicken with rice, chicken with broccoli, chicken with everything, honey. Chicken, 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 chicken. We had some chicken fried days and then make so bad I would even go out to get dinner and guess what I would bring back home? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all, I'm gonna count to five and I want y'all to guess what I would bring home. One, two, three, four, five. Let's see who guessed it right. Let's see who knows what I brought home. Okay, I don't see it yet, but I will come back to it. We're gonna see who guessed it right. But I brought chicken home. After all that chicken I cooked at home, I still went out to churches, KFC, and brought. Yeah, Justin said chicken liver. I barely brought home chicken liver. That was your dad who loved chicken livers. I liked them, but your dad loved them, and you loved hot wings with your dad too. And I love hot wings too, but and again, that's another form of chicken. So yes, it was chicken almost every day. Dairy Queen chicken sandwiches. I mean, I chicken my kids to death. So that's something that they'll probably never ever forget how much chicken I fed them. And thank you for the hearts. Let me give y'all something back. Thank you guys. Let's keep reminiscing. Are you guys enjoying this going down? Back down memory lane. Because that's where we're headed today. We're thinking about all the good times that our mothers helped create in our lives. Because if it, our dads are amazing. I never want to leave dads out. We all have imperfections, and some of our fathers do. But at the end of the day, some of them were there for us in many ways. Okay. So if nothing but they helped to give us life and we should have gratitude for everything. So, when we start to have gratitude, we start to heal. We can let go of those times when maybe one of our parents wasn't there. And it's not just always the fathers. I would never just point at a father. Sometimes moms aren't there for us. Sometimes both parents aren't there for us. But the thing about that is that we now understand what forgiveness is. We understand that we can forgive without forgetting and that we can heal and that we can share our testimonies and our stories and our experiences with other people to help them to do the same. Because no more will we play victim, guys. We will no longer play victim to anything that happened to us because day by day we will get over those things. We will get stronger and we will grow and we will grab a hold to the life that we know we deserve. And that's what this is all about, guys. Let's get back to this. I remember what is this song? Living on a Prayer. Remember, oh, I love me some Bon Jovi. We're halfway there. Remember that, guys? I love Bon Jovi. Oh, I had the biggest crush on Bon Jovi. And some Prince, honey. Prince, Bon Jovi. I never had a crush on Michael, but I give him his props. Michael Jackson's music was everything. Y'all remember Thriller? Oh, I remember when Thriller came out. So anyway, then there was Wannabe by Spice Girls. Now I wasn't no Spice Girls fan. I'd never been a big Spice Girls fan. Y'all been a Spice Girl fan? Okay. Here, Latia. She says chicken, and you got it right. And Ada says, hello, my sweet sugar free with vanilla from Spain. Hello, how are you guys? Now that's so sweet. You're gonna give me a toothache. I can be corny sometimes, guys, so watch out. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. And I'll repeat that. He called me sweet sugar free with vanilla. Thank you. Say, how you doing, T? And that's not even for the situation, so I'm gonna let that go. Let's see here. We're gonna be talking about some TV shows that everybody ran home to watch. And I mentioned Martin. Now, when I was a kid, to kind of tell you my age, I used to love Good Times. Y'all remember Good Times, the theme song? Oh my gosh, that theme song. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? y'all. Good time. Yeah. I love Good Times with Thelma, JJ, Michael, oh my gosh, and Valona. She was my role model, honey. No matter how hard times got, that woman pulled herself together. She was the most prettiest woman in the projects. She was so well spoken. She started her own business. She had the strength to let go of bad relationships. I remember, y'all remember the episode when Penny got burnt by the iron? Do y'all remember that? Oh God, I cried that day. And back then they would have like continuation, so it would go off and you have to wait for the next day. They didn't make us wait weeks, but the next day for the next episode to come on. And I remember Penny's mama trying to come back and get custody of her, and the man tricked Valona, and she thought he loved her, and she found out that he was just using her to try and get Penny taken away from her, so her mom, who was so mean and abusive, could get her back because she had come into some money, guys. I love so many episodes of Good Times. Oh yeah, what's happening? I kid you not. I love me some what's happening too. How that music went. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And then what's his name? The one with the red cap on. We had Rod Rerun would be pop locking. He would just be pop locking and jumping in, jumping in the air. I used to love to watch him dance. Oh my God, yes, that was a pretty cool one too, guys. I loved it. And Bon Jovi. Okay, Bon Jovi. Latia likes Bon Jovi. Okay, Bon Jovi. I think she just left that off, but I'm sure she means Bon Jovi. That's good because I love them too, girl. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, my daughter, she loved this one right here. How many of you guys love Friends? Remember Friends? Friends was everything. And I'm telling you, I don't remember the character's name, but one of the girls, she would always have the hottest haircuts. And we would all try and get our hair cut. She had the cut like her. She had a bob. I don't remember her name, but if you remember her name, drop it in the comments, guys. And yeah, these comments, they are so slow behind what I'm talking about, guys. But yeah, y'all hit them thumbs up. Show me some love, guys. Hit those thumbs up. Let me know that you like what we got going on here today. And I see those hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all so. Thank you guys for the love. But yeah, I remember Friends. Friends was so cool. Phoebe. Phoebe was the one, and she used to sing to that cat. I forgot that cat song. Do y'all remember the cat song that Phoebe used to sing? She would play that guitar off tune, and she would just sing about that cat. What was it? Cat. Oh, I can't think of it. After this live, I'm gonna go watch the episode of Friends with the cat song, and I'm gonna just sit here and smile and think of you guys. But right now, I cannot think of it. Yeah, what was y'all's favorite show here? Let's see here. We got Hollister said, "What was the show with the Fonz?" Now, the Fonz was an old show, Justin. That wasn't back in my time, but I remember, and it was called Happy Days. It was one of my mom's favorite, and it became my favorite. I guess it's kind of like the Cosby Show. I watched it back in my day, and then my kids, you remember, you all started liking the Cosby Show, and I think a lot of people today are still growing up on Bill Cosby's show, Different World, all of that. Y'all remember the Different World with we had Kadeem Hardis on there. It was just so many. Freddie, she was on there. And it was amazing. I love that. I love the way Denise Huxtable used to dress. I love the way she dressed on the Cosby Show, and then when she came over to the Different World, and Kim was on there, and she was going to school to be a doctor, and I had never seen an African American person go to school to be a physician. So it was so amazing when she's had all the pictures on the wall of what she wanted to be. You can get so much inspiration from positive movies and sitcoms, because it was because of that show that I ended up going to college. And me going to college was amazing because I mentioned to you guys couple of times, and I'll tell you again, I was a high school dropout. I was a teenage mom. And so when I saw the Huxtable send Denise off to college, and I saw that Mr. Huxtable was a doctor, and his wife was an attorney, I was like, wow, it's possible for me to do these things. When I saw my complexion doing these things, I had never saw this. Not that my mom and dad wasn't successful, because my father, he owned his own janitorial service, and my mom, she owned a service where she I forget, she would help patients, but domicilian, I think I'm saying that right, domicilian, she did that. So at the end of the day, I saw people who started businesses, but again, my mom and my dad, I never witnessed them go to college. I never witnessed any of that. As a matter of fact, my dad never went to college. My mom, she did, but I didn't witness that. So watching those shows, they really touch me. And let me tell you something. When your mind can see certain things and you see it over and over and over and over, your mind start to believe that those things are possible. So when you watch or listen, that's why this live is important, because if you keep coming back here every Sunday, 7:30, you sitting down with a group of people who don't want nothing more, nothing less but to heal, to grow, and to become the best versions of themselves. You watch that every Sunday, I guarantee you, you're going to start to live your life different, because your mind is going to start saying, hey, I hear all this good, positive stuff here. I hear that I can heal. I hear that I can overcome. I hear that I can become something more than I am. I hear that I can forgive. I hear that I can love myself more than ever before. And you start to know these things, you start to hear them, so you know them, so then you believe them. You understand that what you hear becomes a belief within your mind, and then you start to act upon those, and you're going to see your life change just because you've visited this live and many other positive places in life. So make sure that every time you get a chance, you bring some positivity back into your life, honey. And like I say, no judgment. You can do the dancing, you can, and that's not me calling that out, doesn't make it bad. And I want to let you know that's what a lot of people will judge you for doing certain things. And trust me, they'll be doing the same darn things, but hiding in the closet with it. See, that's what judgment does. A lot of people who judge you, they're doing the same thing they're judging you about. They're just hiding. Because one thing I know for sure, and that is that no one is perfect. No one is perfect. And if no one is perfect, that means that somebody's doing something imperfect. So that's why you have to stop letting people judge you and letting it hit your heart. So if there's something you want to do in life, it's your dream, and it's not hurting anyone, or it's just some type of fun you want to have, that's on you, honey. Stop letting people judge you and stop you from living your life and making changes. And we talk about boundaries all the time. Put up boundaries if you have to, because you don't deserve to have your light put out just for someone else can shine brightly over you. It's enough room for all of our lights to shine. And if everybody recognized the fact that you can stand right next to me and shine, and we'll just have a brighter light together, then I think that a lot of people would be okay and stop judging people and trying to harm them and tear them down and destroy them. That's too much time. I don't have time to destroy somebody's life, because the same time I spend trying to destroy someone else, I could be putting into myself to make me a better person. Do you understand that? If you're out here trying to destroy other people, talk about them and bring them down, you're wasting your own time, because you could be a better person if you put that same energy into your life. If you out here mad at somebody because of what they did yesterday, which you can never change and get back, instead of saying, okay, I'm going to learn how to forgive so that I can heal, so that I can grow, so that I can become weller. I won't have so many health issues or stress issues. Honey, forgiveness is good. It's for you. It's not for the other person. I know you've heard that before. If you haven't, I heard somebody say that not forgiving someone is like putting poison in the glass and drinking it yourself. And I probably messed that up too. But anyway, it's okay, because like I just said, who's perfect? Not me. Let's keep going. So let's see. We were talking about shows. Oh, what about Family Matters, guys? Y'all remember Family Matters with Urkel? Oh, everybody was in love with some Urkel. And remember when he turned to Stefan? Y'all remember when Urkel turned to Stefan? I was like, that's a handsome young man, because I was too old to talk like he was, anything less than a handsome young man. But that Stefan, he really knew how to pull it together. He'd go into that little time capsule, a time machine, and he would come out of there and he would be like, hi. And everybody, all my kids, my nieces, they were like, wow. Even the guys in the family, like, oh, Urkel's cool now. So yeah, Stefan was something else, guys. Y'all remember that? Oh, hey, Quint. Quint says happy Mother's Day to me. That's my nephew, guys. It's so good to see you, Quint. And Quint has a beautiful baby girl. Tell my baby I said hello. Okay, guys, let's see what else. So let's see. We're gonna be talking about here. We have, ooh, I know y'all gonna know this one. Remember Boy Meets Girl? Who remember that? Boy Meets Girl. I want y'all to tell me some of your favorite sitcoms. I want to hear about some of your favorite music from when you were a child. I want y'all to share this stuff with me tonight. I'm so interested in knowing some of the stuff that y'all shared as children when you were being raised by your beautiful mothers. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Happy Mother's Day, guys. I'm so glad you guys are here with me, both male and female, because this is the spot to be in. Ain't y'all been smiling today? Go ahead. I know you have. If you've been smiling today on this live, give me a smiley face emoji. Give me a smiley face emoji. Can I see who's been happy on this live today? And guys, don't forget to hit those thumbs up. You guys are doing great with the thumbs up today, guys. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of you guys. So I want to put, y'all see my little cardinal in the back? I keep that on my TV all the time. I love cardinals and I just love them. They remind me of my mom. When my mom passed away, guys, my mom, she's no longer with us on this here planet. So I guess, but she's no longer with us. But she's in my heart. She's in my mind. She's on my. She's Heck, I can see her when I look at myself in the mirror. So, hey, she's with me. I can see her in my dreams. She's with me. I can talk to her in my prayers. She's with me. So that's what I'm telling y'all. But the Cardinals always remind me of my mom when I see them. So yeah, I keep them playing in the background on my televisions, and I have Cardinals all over my house. By the way, they're in a lot of little spots. It's not overdone. They're just tastefully in certain little areas of the house. So I might go by an area and I'll just say, oh, there's a red bird, and I'll just say, "Oh, I love my mom." So yeah, if you ever come to my house, or I don't wear cardinal jewelry. I don't do that, but I do have it around my house. I might have it on a pillow, and sometimes I'll take the pillowcase off, and another time I'll put it back on. So I just love cardinals. I'll switch them in and out. But yeah, that's what it was. Friends. Oh yeah. Oh, now we're talking about things that happened back in the day, and I told you that I didn't want to say things kids today will never experience, because I was telling you guys that there are things that we experience, you, me, and our kids of today will still experience them, because I'll tell you one, and that's the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They did a rewrite on that one, and I I love both episodes of both comedy shows. So that's an example. Did you all really enjoy Fresh Prince when you were kids? I remember my mama telling me, you can go ahead and sit down and watch the Fresh Princess on, you know, well, she was telling my kids that anyway. So I get those timelines confused about when a show was here and when it wasn't. So if I say I was young back then, just overlook that, honey. I can't remember what was, but I will tell my son I was not uh um born when the Fonz was out, okay? Those were old black and well, they weren't black and white. They had color, but I was not born back then. Or maybe I was born, but I wasn't old enough to really watch that. So I watched that when I got older, and I really loved it. That was the Fonz. He would always go, "Hey!" He would throw those thumbs up, and he would have that little yellow that leather jacket on, and he was the coolest dude ever. I tell you. And look at me, I'm saying coolest dude ever. That'll tell you a little bit about what I watch on television. But yeah. So let's see what else we got. I want to go with some more stuff, but this is a day that we're just gonna reminisce about some good old times. So we got here again, simple things that make us happy. And we're gonna talk about pizza on Fridays at school. Do y'all remember pizza on Fridays at school? Oh my god! And I remember when I think about pizza because I love that little square pizza. It was so good, and a little milk in the milk cartons. Oh my gosh! What else did I like? Oh, and those big fat juicy salted fries they would give us. Oh, I love French fries and pizza. I didn't care much about the hamburgers and all that stuff, and I didn't even care when they tried to give us Thanksgiving at school. I hated when they tried to cook us Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner before the holidays. Now I don't know. You might have liked that, but that was not my thing. But that school pizza was everything, y'all. Everything, honey. It didn't get no better than that little square pizza. Yep, just in those rectangular pieces. And Quentin said, "Can Q cut?" I'm gonna say his name right. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Q Kane. That is the hardest thing to say together. Q Kane. So Q Kane said living single. And that's right. I love that. Queen Latifah. And living single. That's the beat. You can feel what you want. Oh, no, that's living color. I got it mixed up. But yeah, I remember living single with Regine. And oh my gosh, she would change those wigs. What's her name? Well, I used to call her Tootie because I used to watch. Now I watched that, The Facts of Life. I've been a fan of Tootie, which is Kim Fields is what I used to call her Tootie. She used to be on a sitcom back in the day. And I loved her, and I loved when they had put her in Living Single. And Queen Latifah, boy, Queen Latifah used to get the finest men. I was like, ooh, Queen Latifah, girl. And I remember she got engaged. I forgot his name, but it was I love that sitcom too, guys. Let's see what y'all got to say here. Um, we got Juja. Hey Juja. How about Tang? What is Tang? Y'all know about Tang? I don't know about Tang. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna come back and look at that. I'm gonna go. I remember. Now when you say Tang, because I have no clue. I don't know why it puts me in the mind of Shaft. I don't know why that puts me in the mind of Shaft, and I bet you it don't have nothing to do with Shaft, huh? Okay, and guys, I see those hearts. Thank you all so much, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. Let me give y'all some hearts back. There you go. Let's see. I remember how many of you guys used to have those sleepovers. I used to have sleepovers with my Pootie Tang. Jay Holland said Pootie Tang. Now I don't think I watched Pootie Tang, but I do remember my kids talking about Pootie Tang and my nieces talking about Pootie Tang. And here Latia said yes, so she remembers Pootie Tang. Let's see, Shaft, Pootie Tang. It was another one. Oh God, it was so many of them. Eddie Murphy did a movie about one of those older movies, and I loved it. I can't think of which one it was. I don't think it was Shaft. Yeah, so you remember which one Eddie Murphy did. He did a great job at it too. He emulated one of the older guys. This particular guy had actually made his own movies. He started out struggling and he was a comedian and he got this old house and these people they all came together and they made movies and he had to fight his way through to try to get people to recognize and he actually got went to a movie theater and he played his movie by himself because he couldn't get anybody to play it in the movie theaters. I think because it was a black movie, so he actually got an old movie theater and he's sold out and he just started being really great. So I don't know what movie that was, but that was an old movie that again, like I said, it may be old, but it can resurface. So because things resurface, so it's not just about the good old days. This is about the good things from the good old days. It's about the good things that are in the present day, And so it's just like I say, things will come back around. I remember bell bottoms coming back around. You guys remember bell bottoms? And they call them flare legs. They call them boot cut. They just changed the name of them. So it's the more things change, the more they stay the same. So yeah, and that's a good thing for some things in life, but some things we got to change, guys. So I have to say that certain beliefs that don't align with who we want to become or what we want in life, we have to change those things. But again, the more things change, the more some things stay the same. So there you go. And then let's get right. Oh gosh, do y'all remember handwritten notes? Remember the handwritten notes? Remember you being classroom and we didn't have cell phones. So and some of us even came in the cuff on the cuff of getting cell phones and we still wrote letters to each other. And I don't know if kids still do that today or do they just send text messages out? But we used to write that little letter, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" And we would pass it across the room, like, pass this, pass this, pass this up there. And then the other person would read it and they would write yes or no, mark the box, and you just waiting for it to get back to you. But it's coming back slow because the teacher's watching. So your heart is just going fast. It's just so much pressure to know if to know if they said yes or no. Either way, yes or no would frighten me. You know what I'm saying? Because really, to actually say you do you like me, yes or no, automatically. If they say yes, automatically that was my new boyfriend, or I was their new girlfriend. So yes or no was pressure. It was almost, to me, it was more pressure than getting asked to be married. And I've been asked, to be married before, but I have to say, I went through the most fear and nerves and butterflies when I used to get those letters from little boys saying, will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no. Do you like me? Yes or no. That was a lot of pressure. Do y'all remember the little letters? The yes or no letters? Oh my God, I'll never forget. I never was told no, by the way, on those letters. I never was told no. I think maybe once or twice I passed the letter to a little boy, and he said yes, and we were boyfriend, girlfriend, which absolutely meant nothing, except for we would just say, hey, that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend, and that just felt good. But it's still scary, guys. And so y'all remember, oh, I bet y'all remember the malls. I'm not talking about the malls that are lined up store like this, I'm talking about the big building, the mall where we all are in one building at the same time. You're going to run into your friends, you're going to run into your cousins, because that was the place to be on the weekend. And they had the movie theater there, the skating rink there. I remember going ice skating at the mall. They had all the hottest stores in that one building, anything and everything that you needed. I love the the malls, the old malls that we used to have. Now that's something I wish would come back, because those meeting spots were everything. When I go to what we call the shopping centers, I guess that's what they call them. I may have them wrong. I think it's called shopping centers. It's hard to run into people because there's so many stores and they go forever and they turn corners, and but the mall, you would always run into your friends somehow, some way when you went to those malls. So I miss the malls, guys. Old man Quint. Let's see. Oh, Judge Jude just said, Alf, the sitcom. Oh, Alf was the cutest. Oh my God, he was an alien. Am I right? He was an alien. I don't know where he came from. Oh, and what was the other show? Cousin Skeeter. Do you guys remember Cousin Skeeter? That was Justin's favorite. Justin, you used to love some Cousin Skeeter. And let's see, Q Kane said Dolomite. That's what that movie was. The movie I was trying to explain to y'all that Eddie Murphy was in. Thank you so much, Quint. You know what you about to get from me? You about to get some hearts, Quint. And I see those hearts y'all giving me. Don't think I don't see. I see you guys. I love you guys, and I believe in you guys. And we are having fun today. But I still want to remind y'all, like I always tell you guys, I tell y'all this in my podcast all the time, you've got to do the work. It's good to have fun, and I want you to have fun. I don't want you to have a life where you don't have fun. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to do the work that it takes to follow your dreams and make them a reality. I want them to come into fruition. If you want to be a doctor, then do the work that it takes. Even if you fall down 9, get back up 10. If you want to be a school teacher, if you want to be a coach, if you want to be a writer, if you want to be a stay at home mama, stay at home dad, if you just want to be whatever, honey, the postman, the post lady, just know that you have to believe in yourself. And believing in yourself means pushing past fear. So I don't know what y'all are facing today, what you're holding yourself back from, but whatever it is, if you can hear the sound of my voice, and I know you can, I want you to know that you are amazing. You are made in the likeness of the Creator, therefore, you are creative. And the more you believe that God has put everything inside of you that you need to be whatever it is that you want to be, you're going to make your dreams come true. And that includes healing. That includes putting down that I feel like a victim type of mentality, or I see myself as a victim. You are nothing of what you've been through in life, guys. And I want y'all to know that you all are nothing of what someone has done to you when it comes to negative things. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are amazing. You are talented and you are capable. And look how far you all have come. I bet you everybody on here today can look at a time where they were afraid and now they're further today than they were yesterday. And that's proof that you can go even further, that you can heal even more. And I want y'all to remember that because I need you to acknowledge who you are today and what you've done to overcome things of yesterday, honey. You all are amazing. I see you. I love you and I believe in you. And I want y'all to give yourselves a high five today for showing up to this live because you know what? Y'all were here last week. You back again. Some of y'all missed a week or two, but look at you. You are back. And I am so glad to see you guys. Let's see here. Quint said, "What's up?" I think that Quint and Hollister got a little playful argument going on because Q Kane said, "What's up?" And I think he's talking to you, Hollister. I don't think he's talking to us. So, what you got to say about that, Hollister? I think Q Kane talking to you because you called him an old man. And let's see here. Latia said, "Yes, I hear you, girl." Let's see here. How about the arcades? Do y'all remember going to the arcades? Now I remember the bowling alley. Now a lot of people still go to the bowling alley, and it's still a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I remember throwing that ball in the gutter all the time, and then I would go play at the little arcade and we little this little ball. You gotta throw it, kick that ball back out, and after I hit that button so hard, like boom, and then the ball would go into the goal. It started hitting those little bells. Remember that? That arcade was everything. Oh, and don't even get on some Pac-Man. Y'all remember Pac-Man? Ooh, I would play Pac-Man for hours. Like I could start in the afternoon and I would look up and it would be dark outside. Oh gosh. I love me some Pac-Man. And then they had the nerve to come out with Miss Pac-Man. They really didn't want me to do nothing I needed to do in life. And as I say that, I want to tell y'all that we have to learn how to balance things in life. We can play video games. We can work out at the gym. We can do things that we really, really love and get addicted to, but you got to find balance in your life. Balance is everything, guys. So as we talk about the video games, that reminds me of having a life that's balanced, okay? So yeah, it's great to have fun. We're having fun on here tonight, but as you can see, I'm balancing things out. I'm talking about fun. I'm talking about healing. I'm talking about growth. I'm talking about inspiring you. We are talking about so many things because we can have balance in life. We can do more than one thing at one time. So, guys, don't forget when you're having fun, create balance in your life. And when you're doing things that are causing you to grow, remember to add fun. They go hand in hand. That's balance, baby. The yin, the yang, the negative, the positive, and left and the right. Everything has an opposite. And that's called balance. So make sure if you're working hard that you're playing hard too. Just remember that. I don't want you to overexert yourself doing either one. Again, there comes back to balance. You have to do things in a certain manner, certain time, and certain way. Keep your life balanced, guys. Let's see here. And we're going to be talking about, ooh, what about those Saturday morning cartoons? What about Saturday morning cartoons, SpongeBob and the crew? What was your favorite cartoon? I want to know this. Now I know y'all haven't answered a lot of questions, but y'all can tell me your favorite cartoon and hit that thumbs up there if you haven't already did it, and go ahead and hit those hearts. But what was your favorite cartoon? I want to know. What was your favorite cartoon? Okay, her here Latia said the pinball machine. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. And let's see. Hi, Shanab. And I'm calling you Zen. Zen is back in the room. Hello, Zen. That's my friend. Oh, that rhymes. I'm trying to be a rapper. Zen friends. Okay, let me calm down. I'm so corny sometimes, guys. So we got Zen in the house, and Zen says, "How are you doing tonight?" I am doing great, Zen. And as you can see from the smile on my face, you did that. You brought that smile on my face at this particular moment. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Hit those hearts in and hit that thumbs up. And don't forget, I see you. I believe in you and I love you. And I'm so glad that you're here today. So I don't know if you heard me say that we've got to do the work, but we've got to do the work, Zen. We've got to do the work that allows us to live our best life, the work that allows us to let go of all those past hurt, pains, and disappointments. And just being here today. tells me that you are willing to do that if that's something you need to do. I don't know. So I'm just saying. And guys, check out my new podcast episode on Win with Gwen. Run over there. It's on YouTube. Check it out. I put it out Friday. And again, don't forget that book. And if somebody on here tonight needs to hire Coach Gwendolyn as their coach because they're at a wall where they're trying to do something, they're just stuck, you can actually email me at mindsabovematters@gmail.com. And that's MINDSABOVEMATTERS @gmail.com. And if somebody would type that in the comments for everybody, because again, sometimes we hit a brick wall and we need help with the things that we want to achieve or overcome. And that's where I come in, guys. And I am good at what I do. And I welcome you with open arms, open hands, and a big heart. So yeah, let's see what else we got here. We got Zen says that's great. Zen says shadow work is most definitely to grow into a better you what you know about some shadow work, Zen? What you know about shadow work? Ooh, I'm just so proud of you, Zen. You've been doing some homework somewhere. Yeah, you guys need to learn about shadow work. That's very important. And one day we'll be talking about something like that, Zen. I'm glad you mentioned that. Y'all hear my dog in the background? I'm gonna have to end this live in a minute because my dog is telling me that she wants to come in. I'm coming, Callie. I'm coming, Callie. She's literally at my bedroom window outside. She's in a sunroom where she can go in and out, but she's sleepy, guys. So she's telling me it's time to come back in this house. So I'm gonna let her in a minute. But I want to mention two more things, guys. Family road trips. Oh my God, we used to make bologna sandwiches. And my mom would be like, fix me a sandwich. She'd be driving the car. We'd be on our way to Chicago or wherever we're going to. I love those road trips. She'd be like, and pass me one of them grape sodas. We had sodas by color. It wasn't about the Coca-Cola, honey. It was those Fantas, those checks from Winn Dixie. Y'all remember that? I don't know if y'all remember Winn Dixie. Maybe y'all do, maybe you don't. But we used to get those different flavors: be peach, strawberry, grape, orange. What was your favorite drink that you used to like? Put it in the comments. What was your favorite flavor? Now I love the orange soda. Oh, I love me some old orange soda. That reminds me of Ken and Kale. Y'all remember Ken and Kale? They loved orange soda too. Yep, I remember that Ken and Kale. My kids was crazy about some Ken and Kale. Oh my goodness. It's just all these memories of raising my children and being raised by my mom. You know, my father, again, I want to show thumbs up and shout out to my dad because he matters too. I love men, I love fathers, but today is Mother's Day, so don't y'all get jealous if I keep focusing on the women today. That's the only reason because it's their day. When Father's Day come, I'm gonna focus on those fathers, so you better believe it. So yeah, so those road trips were awesome. We would be playing the music and everybody be singing off key out loud. And that's the time when you don't care who's off key. We're all singing at the same time and it feels so good. If y'all haven't went on a family road trip in a while, get your family together. Pack those picnic baskets, put them in the back seat of the car, make those sandwiches, pass out those variety pack potato chips and those flavorful sodas, and your children are going to love it. And turn on some music and play a little bit of music that everybody like. You know, become a DJ. You know, just know about that. Quint can't Q can't know about that being a DJ. But yeah, be a DJ in the car and let everybody rock out. You know, just have a good old time. Even if they don't know the lyrics, everybody sing it, and it's just love. So yes, I love road trips. Let's see here. Zen said, "I appreciate you, Coach, but yeah, I'm an '80s baby, '90s kid. I remember all the good cartoons." Best times to be alive. It sure was. It was it. I wish I could go back to the good to the 90s, but I'll embrace this era. I hear you. I hear you. And Judge just said happy Mother's Day. And thank you so much, guys. Oh, I just love reading your comments, guys. Don't forget to give me some more hearts, guys. And we getting ready to wrap this up. I'm coming, Callie. Give me a few more minutes. Callie getting mad. That's my dog. Callie getting mad. Gotta go save Callie. Um, and how about summer break, the last day of school? Now, that's what we're going to end this on. We're going to end this on the last day of school. And I'm going to show y'all something. Now, I don't know if you can relate to this, but if you can relate to this, I want you to type relatable, relatable, or just put an R in the comments. Make it quick. Just put an R there. The last day of school, that bell rings. And what happens when that bell rings, guys? What happens when it ends? What happens when it's all over? When summer's about to begin? This is what happened in my day. We would all take our notebooks full of paper and we would throw them in the air.